rising from the ashes when the banners down. We keep on coming even when they knock us down. We got the power from above. We're strong to move the mountains. We are stronger, stronger. We are stronger. We are stronger, stronger and powerful. We are stronger, stronger. We are stronger. We are stronger, stronger and powerful.
I'm back again, I'm born.
Everyone, here's hoping that you guys are all prayed up and you guys are blessed. It is now time for Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe to come onto your screen and entertain you guys. Welcome to the Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe show, proudly a Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe production. We are your number one favorite broadcasting crew right here on the Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe TV channel. And in case you've just joined us, welcome to the show. Please feel free to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you won't be missed by any of our episodes. Right guys, my name is Zimbabwe, aka the first, and I'm your host for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, today's show is going to be an absolutely amazing experience for you guys. Today on the show, we've got an interview. Yes guys, we've got an interview with an upcoming animator. You know, this guy has got great talent. Personally speaking, I really think that he does his craft at an international level, not just at a Zimbabwean level, but at an international global level. And he's quite a delightful character. To me personally, he's a very good friend of mine. And I hope you guys will, fall in love with him as we're going to be talking with him. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to open up the broadcast, here's an interview between your host and today's guest, Mr. Fanuel Chisango. I hope you guys will really enjoy it. Stay blessed. Welcome to another edition of Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe interviews happening right now on Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe TV. Yes, guys, it's proudly brought to you all by Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe, your number one broadcasting crew right here in Zimbabwe and the world beyond. Yes, guys, I believe we are the number one broadcasting crew. You know what they say? Fake it until you make it. Yeah. And my name is Zimbabwean, aka Theo the First, and I am your host for the show, and I'm the one who's going to be holding down the work on this interview. Right, guys, I hope you guys are happy wherever you are, and I hope that you guys are hydrated. I hope you are exercising. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, by the way, if you didn't know. But if exercising is not your thing, it's still fine. I hope you're chilled, you're taking it easy, you are laid back, and you're enjoying this interview thus far. And I hope you guys are dressed weather appropriately. You know, this statement is a bit of a tricky one, especially if you're living in Zimbabwe where the weather is a bit confusing. Like you find that this moment is cold, the next moment it's hot, and the next moment it's raining. So you really wouldn't know whether to either, put on a jersey, take it off, or to go and grab an umbrella. But I hope you guys won't be found wanting. Yes. I hope you guys won't be found wanting. Right, today's interview, ladies and gentlemen, we are hosting an amazing upcoming animator. To me personally, this one is a good friend of mine, but on a professional level, he's what I call a really talented guy. He does his work at an international level. I actually see this guy one day being on channels like Cartoon Network, Boomerang, Disney Channel, because his stuff is just global, international. He does everything with so much professionalism and with a lot of ease. But anyways, before I, get carried away with everything, ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome to the show, Mr. Fanuel Chisango. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
That is fantastic. How are you doing today? How is everything going? What's going on?
Everything is alright so far. It's actually good to be here, so I'm doing alright.
That is amazing. That is fantastic, my guy. That is fantastic. Alright, so to just jump straight into our interview, let's put you in the hot seat for a second there. So, how did your animation journey begin? What sparked that inkling to draw within you? Was it something that you saw somebody else doing, or it's something that was inborn? What pushed you to start drawing?
So my journey began during the lockdown. Well, drawing in general, I've always done it since I was like in grade 1, grade 2, somewhere there. I never did it much, but I enjoyed it. So the lockdown, I was just bored scrolling through YouTube and watching cartoons and stuff. Then I just randomly thought of, what if I can make my own cartoon? Then I started researching, then I found the app I use today. The first days I started using it, I didn't know how to use it. It was so frustrating. I didn't even know how to draw with my finger and stuff, and I just said I gave up. So I deleted the app and never went back through it again.
Oh my god.
Let's jump into 2 to 3 months later. I downloaded the app again.
Wow.
Then I started drawing pictures instead. I started practicing on how to draw poses and characters, and I learned all of this through tracing.
Wow.
So I used tracing as a learning method to like improve in my art, and then I just kept on drawing on my phone with my finger, improving a bit more. Then I started posting a lot on Instagram and Twitter just by posting pictures only. Then 2022, is it 2022, somewhere there, I'm not sure there, that's when I started making videos. Making videos was the hard part because I didn't understand how the movement should go. All I knew is that the movement should be accurate, and so I used to use like less movements to make it look like the characters were moving, but it was bad. So I kept trying and trying until I could get it right. And even though I'm still learning up to now, but it has improved over time. So that's basically it. Somewhere there.
You know, I really like how relatable you are. Like, I really like how relatable your journey is. Like, COVID-19 was like one of the worst experiences of our lives as the world in general, because a lot of people went through a lot. It wasn't something that was easy to be trapped behind, to be trapped indoors all day long. You could not go out and socialize with friends. You were supposed to wear a mask all the time, maintain social distancing. You were not allowed to hug people you wanted to hug so badly. It was such a terrible time. But then I especially like the fact that you channeled your energy to something very positive. That by itself is just something amazing, and I commend you for that. And so to just jump to the next question, briefly explain the process to us, like the process of animation. Like, how do you do it as an individual upcoming animator, and how is it done at a professional level?
Maybe I can try to simplify it. Animation comes in many different forms and shapes, and animators do it differently. So I'm just going to explain how I do it personally. So when it comes to animating, I create the character models and I use those models for reference. Then at the same time, I also keep in mind of what reference poses I need to use so that they can look like they are alive. So that's when I reach into the process of frame by frame animation. It's like drawing a flip book. So one page is the image, the second page is the upcoming movement. So it's like picture by picture, frame by frame. That's how I do it. And after drawing each page, I have to color everything so that it looks like it's the real thing that is coming out. So that is basically my process. It's very time consuming, and it also depends on how you are moving the character and what the character is saying or doing. In fact, you can make the character do whatever you want. You can make the character do whatever you like with it, as long as it's accurate and on point. So it's a really long process, but there are ways to do it. You can copy and paste the frame without having to redraw it all over again, but you can actually redraw the important points that create the movement. So that's basically my way of doing it.
Wow, oh my god, we knew it was such a long and very taxing process. Like, to the normal, like to somebody who doesn't do this stuff,
they'll think that the whole process is fun and it's simple and it's easy, like, it's just a cartoon, when everything is now in motion, and it would be so funny and it would be so nice. Someone would think that it's just a really, very fun process, but little did we know that you actually have to, like, come up with a picture first. You have to draw the picture, and then after drawing the picture, you have to now move them, like for the cartoons to move, it's like one picture after the other, after the other, after the other. And I've actually seen you actually putting the background to these works of yours, and all I can say is, yeah, my guy, you are really patient. Like, wow, you are really a hard worker. Like, yeah, you are you're very much a hard worker. Right, so moving on to the next question. What are the different types of animation and drawings which are out there? And like, what are some of the tools at your disposal as an animator?
There are other types of animations that big studios use. So there's something called Blender and Toon Boom, and those tools are very complicated and they're mostly used in laptops, but it's very complex and very complicated. But the difference is that you don't have to redraw everything this time. You just have to, like, use them as puppets. You can control every point, every body part, and then just clip it as the next picture. Then you just do the whole process again. It's very complicated and difficult.
Yeah, I understand. It's a very complicated and difficult process, but just try and shed a bit more light on this tool that you have used, that you have mentioned, for example. Like, for the sake of those who would want to learn more about this, who are listening to us right now, like, just shed a little bit more light when it comes to this tool that you have mentioned, or any other tool that you feel maybe, less complicated to explain or talk about.
Okay, the tool I mentioned, it's called Flipper Clip. It's easy to use and it can be easy to navigate. Some tutorials on YouTube can help. Hopefully it can help, because it's just simple to use. You just need to master your drawing skills and then know how to use the software in general. Otherwise, it's easy to use. It's not too complicated.
All right, so I think for this one specifically, maybe you would share with us a video about, just giving us a bit of a tutorial on how you do your stuff. Just a short 30-second video of how you make your animations, for example. I really feel like that would be so good. But anyways, moving on to the next question. It's very important, to be efficient with editing software. What are some of the key things and applications you need as an animator for you to be able to work effectively and efficiently? Like, what are apps that you cannot do without? Like, if you are somebody whereby you're like me, for example, and your work is mainly on social media, there are certain applications that you need to know about, that you cannot function without using even once in your life. You know what I'm saying? So as an animator, which applications exactly can you not do without, and why?
The apps I can do without are Flipper Clip and IB's Paint. Those are the apps that I use mostly all the time. Plus, they're on my tablet, which I cannot do without. So I need those in order for me to keep making more pictures and more videos, more content, so that I can keep posting. So those are the apps I cannot do without.
Wow, Flipper Clip. Goodness me. Wow, these names are creative, I have to say. It just gives off that vibe of, art and being creative. But anyways, one more question before I let you go. Look at me. What are the standards needed for you to meet if you want to get your stuff like aired on Netflix, Spotify, etc.? And which platforms exactly are the most convenient, especially to upcoming animators who are on a tight budget, and why exactly?
Well, the platform I would recommend is YouTube, because YouTube is the most watched platform on the internet. So people can find free content and find other creators who can actually post their works. If you reach a huge following, your chances of pitching a show on streaming platforms like Netflix can be easy.
Wow.
The opportunities will be high. So there's a thing called pitching. It's when you go to a studio and you present your ideas to the directors, and after like presenting your ideas for a new series or animated show or anything, that's when they will decide whether they can take you so that they can try out this project with you. It's mostly about showing your portfolio, your character designs, and what your idea for the show is, and what type of audience you want to target. So it's mainly like that. It's sort of like an interview, something like that.
Wow, that sounds quite exciting, and at the same time, it sounds so scary. Like, it's something that gives you excitement and anxiety at the same time. Like, I'm just imagining myself standing in front of Disney Channel directors, standing in front of Nickelodeon directors. Oh my god, it's so scary. Like, it's so daunting. But all the same, thank you so much, Mr. Fanuel Chisango, for coming here and sharing a bit of yourself with us, sharing your journey with us. It's truly been an honor being with you here in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. And to everyone who was watching, thank you so much for staying up to this point. I know it was quite a long interview, but thank you so much for sticking it out with Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe. Stay tuned, there's more fun ahead. Until the next time we're going to be meeting here on Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe on another edition. Stay blessed, stay prayed up. The Lord loves you. Have a good day.
That's the interview that happened between me and the guest of today. Indeed, that was a life-changing interview. And allow me to just say that, you know what, guys, life is what you create of it. If you choose to just sit back and be afraid of what can go wrong or anything bad that can happen, then you'll just be stuck in the same place every single day of your life for all the years of your life. So please, guys, go out in search of your dreams. Don't worry about the current environment. Just you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not stopping there. We are still Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe on the Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe show, happening right now on Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe TV. Now we are about to get into another segment of the show, ladies and gentlemen, as we promised you guys. Actually, we haven't promised that, have we? Anyways, we are about to show you guys one of these kids. I know from the interview you guys were thirsty and hungry to know more about what he does. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here is just a bit of a glimpse into his work. I hope you guys will enjoy these little animations made by our very own Mr. Fanuel Chisango. Stay blessed.
What's your type?
I have a girlfriend.
So what's your type then?
My girlfriend.
And what does she look like?
She looks like my girlfriend.
So what would you rate me out of 10?
I can't do that.
Can't rate me at all?
I can't reach you at all.
What would you rate your girlfriend out of 10?
She broke my scale because she's so beautiful.
You should be more aware of your surroundings when you're alone. Otherwise, losers like that might take advantage of you.
Right, got it.
When you're alone, not now. Whenever I'm with you, you can space out all you want, and I'll make sure you're okay.
Right.
Dude,
Check her out. Pretty cute.
Definitely.
Looks like she might be a bit of an airhead, though.
Yeah, maybe, but that's fine by me. Girls who think they're so smart can be a pain sometimes.
Fair enough.
Let's go introduce ourselves.
Great talent indeed, coming from our dearest Mr. Fanuel Chisango. Indeed, that was, I'm failing to come up with the right word. That was amazing. I believe that Disney Channel content, personally, if you are to ask me. And so you guys, if you want to know more about his work, his social media platforms, all the information is coming out on your screens right now. Please guys, please feel free to like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow him on all of his social media platforms. And guess what? He actually does those personalized stickers. If you want to, or you have ever wanted to see yourself as a cartoon before or as an animal, animated character, this is the opportunity. Get a hold of him and you'll make your dreams to come true. So one more time, a big thank you goes out to Mr. Fanuel Chisango for coming here. And a very big thank you goes out to you guys and the Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe crew behind the scenes for always making sure that these broadcasts are a success. Indeed, you guys make us what we are as Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe. And until the next time we're going to be appearing on your screen, stay blessed, stay prayed up, and I'll see you guys next time.